Y'all bear with me. That shit like cut us out. So I'm gonna see who I'm about to bring in again. If y'all would like to go on live with me and get a reading face to face with me, right now, going to hit me with the hashtag camera. All right, let's get it, y'all. Again, bear with me. I'm actually tagging some people again here because it booted me out. So here we are again, y'all. So again, thanks for y'all patience, and let's get it. And if y'all want to like, tag, share again, you know what it is. We was up at damn near 40 people when it booted me out. So I'm tagging y'all again. And again, thank you for y'all patience, y'all. I'm basically trying to tag the same people that was already in here. And again, y'all like, tag, share, tag friends. And I think I'm about done tagging here. And that's ironic because I was up to almost 40 people when it booted me. Cold game, baby, cold game. It is what it is, right? Especially this late night, you know what I mean? So you already know what we do. Ashe to Yesenia, Ashe to Lashonda, Ashe to Latifa, Ashe to Asha, Nefert, Troya, Miss Mooney, Peace Goddess. No, it's not the figures on your altar, Miss Yesenia. We gonna handle that tonight, though. I ain't forgot. So again, y'all like, tag, share because it booted me out. So again, if y'all want to go on camera with me, hit me with that hashtag camera, and I give y'all a chance to do a Q&A session personal with me, doing something a little different. All right. So again, if y'all would like to go on camera with me, hit me with that hashtag camera. Miss Nefert, it's not gonna be easy. Stubborn as fuck. Some days, Miss Senior said I'm patient. Some days. Again, if anyone wants to go on camera with me, go on and hit me with that hashtag camera. So Asha, that's like a open ended question because we could be connected with a lot of people. Do you mean like ancestor wise? Do you mean guide wise? Like your spirit guides, your angels? Thank you very much, Ms. Lotus. Greatly appreciated. And I apologize, y'all. It disconnected me. Like it was sitting there frozen. Like I was like, what the fuck? Come on, man. This is bullshit. I cannot get jiggy with this shit. No, no, no. We cannot get jiggy with that. Miss Kimberly is back. All right, so we got Camo back in the building. We got Lotus back in the building. We got Asha back in the building. We got Yesenia back in the building. The Turfrit. I can't never say that right, man. I am so sorry. Just terrible. Trinice is back in the building. We got Ms. Mooney back in the building. Peace Goddess. We got Troya the boy in the building. That sounds like some fucking queen shit. Like y'all as part of a royal family. Troya the boy at your service. And bear with me, I'm looking through the... So for Miss Asha, like, I don't even know where to start. Because sometimes I'll see numbers when it comes to people's ancestors or guides. It'll be like a 5 or a 6. With your ancestors, I'm seeing like thousands. So you have a lot of ancestors around you. If you do not have an altar up, you need to get that shit up to get that energy generated right. Ashe to Melody. So Camel said, can you tell me if Papa is only ones work with me for their others, or Papa good or bad? Is Papa good or bad? How to know who's your ancestors? So for one, Papa is a lot different than a lot of deities. So he loves to be on an ancestor altar. All right? Not all deities like that shit. Papa does want to work with you, Camel. So again, anybody that feels drawn to Papa, you want to start off with getting coffee out on Mondays. Period. I'm not going to say anything else until you do that. Period. If you're not willing to do that and step up to like put that coffee out, then there's no need to go further. And I'm like honest and straightforward as I can possibly be. Other than that, like if he approaches you, he will guide you on what he needs done. Yes, Miss Natifa, I could play Uncle Tony for you. Lotus, all your ancestors want to work with you. That's why you got to say that prayer to make sure that you're dealing with the ones that really care about you. That's your grandpa, Miss Yesenia. That's not Papa. Straight up. I got straight up grandpa. Yes, the frontal leaf. Yeah. So, Miss Asha, do you have an ancestor altar up? Again, for Miss Asha, do you have an ancestor altar up? That's so strange asking if Miss Asha has an ancestor altar up, because the other Asha is Asha Israel, and I know she has an ancestor altar up. So, Miss Cassandra back in the building. Miss Yesenia said she's really crying, been a lot emotional lately. I know that's what a lot of people. So for y'all, I do not use Cash App or PayPal because I've had too many fucking problems with that shit. So I use Venmo. So let me pin my info for y'all real quick. There y'all go. Give me a moment to pin that for y'all. Lovely queens and kings. There you go. That's my info right there for y'all, all right? So again, if anybody wants to be on camera with me, hit me with that hashtag camera, and I'll let you come on with me and ask a personal question. All right? I know it's kind of late night, so y'all ladies probably got y'all fucking muffin mans on and shit, as I call it, the bonnets. Yeah, you can't be fearful. You can't. You walk in fear, you're in lower vibrations, all right? So you're going to attract more fear energy. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention, please, and thank you. If you walk in fear, you attract more fear energy. If you walk in fear, you attract more fear energy. If you walk in doubt, you attract more doubt. Ashe to Choya. Whatever energy you walk in, that's what you're going to attract more of. Whatever energy you walk in is what you're going to get more of. So ancestor altar for Camo, it'll be an altar that you put up to honor your ancestors that have graduated, the ancestors from thousands of years ago to current. That's why it's very important that you say to my ancestors, known and unknown, with pure intentions and my best interest at heart. So water, that's the first key for Miss Trinace. Then a white plate with either oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, because citrus fruit lasts longer. If you cook and you feel the urge to place some of that food on your altar, place it on the altar. You don't have to have a big fancy plate. It could be a little ass plate. You can put your little mashed potatoes, macaroni, roast, whatever you putting on there when it's hot. To my ancestors, known and unknown, with pure intentions and my best interest at heart. You always want to specify that. Ashe to Adriana. It's somebody not too long ago that was like, I put my altar up and now it's a bunch of like crazy stuff happening. And I was like, did you actually say your ancestor prayer that I gave you? They were like, yes. I was like, and ancestors like, you a damn lie. They'll put your ass on blast, straight up. So don't come in with no bullshit. And I was like, you need to take that altar fucking down, cleanse with Florida water, cleanse with sage, and say that ancestor prayer. Y'all better listen, man. To my ancestors, known and unknown, with pure intentions and my best interest at heart. Otherwise, you got them pedophiles, them motherfucking rapists, them motherfucking murderers. And then y'all want to inbox me and shit. I don't mind inbox questions, that's fine. But if I gave you a heads up and a warning about something, don't inbox me. Because I specifically say in all my videos, make sure you say the ancestor prayer before you get that altar up. Yellow is power and clarity. And green is growth. So that means you're growing spiritually. If you're attracted to yellow and green, that you're doing what you need to do to grow spiritually. Yes, to my ancestors known and unknown, with pure intentions and my best interest at heart. Yeah. Miss Lotus said, I noticed that once I started placing offerings on my altar, the energy changed and my business started taking off. Yes. 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 Because you did it in the intention of love and honor for your ancestors, not expecting anything. Papa, you just tell him I love you, Papa. Thank you. Papa's he's such a loving energy. You just tell him I love you, and you mean it sincerely. And he loves chocolate. He loves Reese cups. He loves Snickers. He loves Almond Joy. He loves Hershey's. Um, he doesn't really care for like fruity candy. He more so loves chocolate. Papa loves chocolate, so you give him chocolate, coffee. This is the other front leaf I was talking about. That honey. See, that's the honey frontal leaf. So no, Miss Kimberly, is not a specific prayer you gotta do for Papa. Your Listen to me, y'all. Your heart and your honor and your energy and your love that you give is more important than anything. With a sincere heart. Don't come talking about, oh, I love you, ancestors, I want to give to you, but in your mind, you like, ooh, I wonder what I can get. Because they going to see through all that bullshit. You can't fuck around with spirit like you fuck around with humans. Because they going to see through your bullshit and they going to fucking expose your ass every time. Believe that. It's motherfuckers that ain't got readings, and yeah, spirit don't play. You already know. Those that know. Those that grow. 13 in the building. Those that know, and those that grow is gonna grow. You procrastinate, you can't elevate. Miss Lotus said, I am spiritual, but I'm new to this. You're far from new to this. You're just remembering. Understand that, y'all. A lot of y'all are just remembering. So for Miss Asha, I have to assist Miss Yesenia after I get off of here. But yes, when I'm done with that, if you still down for a reading, we could definitely do that. I'm in Arizona, so it's probably about 12 o'clock here. But a lot of times I have insomnia any fucking way, so I don't mind. And now is like the best time, because the doors are wide open. You're afraid because of what you were taught. That's why many of you are afraid, because of what you were taught by religious institutions. Man cannot initiate you into spirit. I'm going to say that shit again. Man cannot initiate you into spirit. Spirit has to initiate you into spirit. Yes, y'all can definitely schedule a reading for tomorrow for Miss Choya. So inbox me. I'm going to check my inbox tonight and see who I can squeeze in tonight. And then we could get you scheduled in for tomorrow. Anybody else have any questions? Let me see if I have any hashtag cameras in here. Let me see who the lucky contestant is. Give me a moment, y'all. I'm checking my hashtag cameras. Again, if y'all want to go on camera with me and ask a question, hit me with a hashtag camera. I'm seeing if anybody's hit me with one yet. No, you don't have to unlearn. You have to remember. Miss Yesenia said giraffe pussy. Fuck it. We're going to get giraffe pussy going for y'all. Again, y'all like, tag, share. I have my YouTube, I have my Instagram, and my Venmo pinned there for y'all. Ms. Latifa said 2 more questions. And bear with me, I'm just looking through here for y'all real quick. Yeah, I got you, Miss Asha. Go on and inbox me. Yes, I see auras, and yours is actually blue, Miss Lotus. It's like the blue color that pops up when it tells you have a reading. Yeah, you can inbox me if y'all got questions y'all don't want to ask on here. You could definitely inbox me. Why the self doubt on my behavior, Miss Natifa? Because you doubt self. Self doubt is because you doubt self. The best way to work on self doubt, y'all, instead of saying I can't do this, you say I can, and I'm more than enough able to be successful at this endeavor. Blue is a healing energy as well as protective, a warrior energy. I say to Kavida. Camel. Yes. Yes. Straight the fuck up. Yes. Any other questions, loved ones? We chilling. 14 in the building. You didn't lose your parents, Melanie. They graduated. And yes, they're definitely around. Definitely. That's why you smell them all the time. And he loves to like turn on water. Like you'll hear like water running and you'll go in there and there's nothing running. Yeah, he's definitely around. He likes to fuck with water. That's what he's saying. He lets you know he's around with water. So please let me know, Miss Melody, if that makes sense. He's saying I'll let her know I'm around with water. I say to Trilla. So, Miss Yesenia, what was the question? Because it says, is that true about my aura that I can't go for it for 3 days? So, can you kind of iterate on that for me? So, again, for the blue aura, Lotus, that is a healer. That's healer's energy and also warrior energy, protective energy. Yes, you already know that, Kimberly. Don't play. I say to fire. Well, he's around you, and y'all didn't get along that well. That's what he's saying. For fire. So with Ms. Yesenia, working with your ancestors, sometimes ancestors may have you do something different. Honestly, they may have you do something different. So you want to pay attention to the energy because energy never lies. And if it's energy that doesn't feel so great, then don't listen to that shit. I say to Amber. She doesn't want to reach out to you. For Camo. And I'm looking through here. I don't see anybody saying hashtag camera. I know it's kind of late. But again, if y'all want to go on camera with me and ask a question, then hit me with hashtag camera. You said as a kid laughing, that's Ishu. I can guarantee that. Because he comes around messing with me all the time. Papa comes around as a child all the time. So if y'all hear a kid laughing in the background, I can guarantee that's Ishu. Not you, Kimberly. That was for Camel. Or yeah, for Camel. If your loved ones come to you in a dream after they graduate, then that's not just a dream. You're actually linking up with them on the astral plane. For Miss Kimberly. How did y'all learn all this? So, Miss Asha, I actually walked directly with spirit and my ancestors. When I put my altar up, that's when it's just I started getting, as we say, spiritual downloads. And everything that they've guided me on, like, has been dead on every fucking time. Every time. That's why you got to specify to my ancestors, known and unknown, with pure intentions and my best interest at heart. It's done. Camel. Done. Period, point blank, signed, sealed, delivered, done. Some of the messages I have to deliver are not so easy, but you know. Yes, Kimberly, definitely. If they wish to come through, I can message to your loved ones. So, I know it's getting kind of late, and I promised y'all that I'll read a couple chapters out of my book. So, as promised... Oh, shit, what was that I just knocked over? We gonna go on, get a couple chapters in, alright? My mom is telepathic medium and etc., but religion got her. Yeah, that's terrible. It is, Miss Asha. Yes, Miss Decina said hashtag book. So for those of y'all here, my novel that I actually wrote is called Peculiar Ways. And it's a sci-fi novel about various people with different metaphysical abilities. Just to break it down. And I'm actually dyslexic. And it's over an 800-page novel. And I wrote it by hand, physical, because that's where the power is. Like, when you write by hand, it's a power there. I'm not an artist by any means. This is Timmy. He controls electricity when he gets upset. Donovan reads minds and he has dreams that come true. Angela actually can draw pictures of future events. All right? So that kind of gives y'all an idea of what the book pertains to. So welcome to the world of Peculiar Ways. And I'm about to welcome to the world of Peculiar Blunts. So how does it sound so far for y'all? Yeah, you're right, Ms. Lotus. You are very connected spiritually to the Akashic Records. And Peculiar Ways is deep. It's some dark portions. It's some laughter portions. But we gonna get to it for y'all. I hope y'all like it, man. I hope y'all like it. How many of y'all have actually heard some of it? Because I did read some of it before, previously, on one of my other videos. And I said that I was going to continue, like, reading it for y'all, but I never got around to it. So any of y'all that have actually got a couple of chapters, let me know. Oh, we going to get to it, y'all. It starts off pretty dark, so I'm giving y'all a heads up. Trigger warning. It starts off pretty dark. So, but it's some good ass, like, it's good, like, for real. And then, ironically, trip off of this, y'all. So I wrote this book about maybe 7 years ago, a little bit longer. by hand. And it took about 2 years to write it. You already know what your gifts is, Miss Mooney. Don't play. You very good with the dark side of things. So, I wrote, it took me, like I said, about 2 years. About a week after I finished writing the book, somebody randomly called my mom. And they were like, we heard that your son has a book and we're interested. Mind you, I have not reached out to anybody, all right? Because my shit is, you see, it's like rough draft, all right? So I'm not going to reach out to nobody and my shit ain't done. And so she was like, why'd you give somebody my number? Why didn't you just give me your number? I was like, I wouldn't do that, first of all. So I was like, it tripped me the fuck out. So I was like, because I didn't give nobody information on my book. I didn't reach out to no publishers or none of that shit. And so at the time, Spirits like call. And so I called. And they kind of asked different questions. And then he started telling me about my own book. So he started telling me about my own book, and it kind of like tripped me out. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I never reached out to nobody. Long story short, find out it's a sister company. Y'all ready? That's actually affiliated with the same company that put out the Harry Potter series. So I gotta type this shit up. Long story short, they waiting on me. And I'm gonna leave it at that, because like I say, don't speak on your shit. But I still had a number till this day. And he said, once you get it typed up, reach out to us and let us know when you're ready. So, Spirit is on, it's some deep shit, bro. Like, straight up. Straight up. When Spirit moves, man. Like, how you gonna reach out to my mom? I never gave a number out to anybody. And I wasn't gonna call. Spirit was like, call. And I called. And once I did research, I found out it was a sister company to the same company that published the Harry Potter series, bro. What the fuck is the likelihood of that? I know y'all ready, huh? Hashtag ready if y'all ready for me to get to reading. Peculiar Ways. And real talk, I'm fucking dyslexic. Like, I am clinically dyslexic. And I wrote this shit. Got them hashtag readies. Let's get it. Peculiar Ways. And Ways is spelled W-A-Y-Z. I actually have a page on here, the Peculiar Ways page. If y'all want to request to add, I may start adding more chapters there. I actually have the introduction as well as 3 chapters there for y'all. And yeah, I know, but I like to bother him. Oh, I love you too. It's called Peculiar Ways, y'all. So it's peculiar, spelled out how peculiar is, but it's Ways, W-A-Y-Z, and it's a sci-fi novel. So it'll be Peculiar Ways with W-A-Y-Z, and then a sci-fi novel. Greatly appreciated, Camu. And yeah, so for Miss Lotus, it's Peculiar Ways, a sci-fi novel. And then I also have another page, Paranormal Storytellers, where you can go in there and tell your true stories about paranormal experiences. So, um, like I said, welcome to the world of peculiar ways. Do a little something different. Flip mode on y'all. And I don't know, I might just mess around and read it to y'all. Not tonight, of course, because it's like I said, you know, it's over 800 pages. And the way the book is designed, y'all, is it's like this, right? You read the first half, and then you flip it over, and then you start the second half. And that's how I want the books to be published. Something a little different. Put a little twist on it. I mean, it's called Peculiar Ways. Why not, right? And let me make sure I didn't miss any questions from y'all. Netflix. That keeps coming up, man. I swear to God. It's the paranormal page is called Paranormal Storytellers. Paranormal Storytellers. And again, my YouTube as well as Instagram, I have it pinned there for y'all. I've had about 6 people since I've been on live because it shows me when y'all actually subscribe to my YouTube, and it shows me when y'all share. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Group movie night. You right. So, introduction to Peculiar Ways. So, welcome to the world of Peculiar Ways. This story will take you on a fictional journey of epic proportion. It's a journey into the lives of several people of different ethnic backgrounds as well as economic status. One thing they have in common is their dreams, as well as extremely rare gifts of the metaphysical realm. This story will stimulate your mind and soul, spirit. It will show you how the world is not so big after all. It will expose the intricate web of life that weaves us all together. It also exposes how future and past, it's a lot of esoteric shit in here too, y'all, are non-existent. There is only this present moment. This book is sci-fi metaphysics at its best. Welcome to the world of Peculiar Ways. Y'all ready? Y'all gonna see this one day, and y'all the first ones here to witness it. Y'all heard it from me first. I just had a major download right now, and I can't speak on it. I say the uniquely defined. So how y'all like the introduction so far? Trigger warning, it starts off dark, y'all. Y'all been warned. Trigger warning, it's gonna start off dark, alright? Lil Timmy, that's my guy. I want to get some real artists, but this is Timmy right here. He's actually Aboriginal from Australia. Donovan comes from a lineage of African American doctors that date all the way back to Africa as witch doctors. Angela, originally from Canada, she's actually of Hispanic descent. And like I said, she draws pictures that come to reality. Like she draws pictures of the future, basically. Miss Natifa said, Baron just corrected me. Miss Natifa, why have you not told me I've been saying your name wrong? Baron in the building, y'all. He just said you saying her name wrong. It's Natifa, not Natifa. So I apologize. Baron corrected me. I stand corrected. Thanks for telling me, Miss Natifa, that I was saying your name right. It's funny. He straight up was like, you are saying her name wrong. It's Natifa. Like Queen Latifah, but Natifa, right? Instead of Latifa. I'm kind of scared to get into this first chapter because it's like, see, it's dark. It starts off dark. I'm just letting y'all know. Trigger warning. It has some light things, but it's like dark, light. Like it goes into some fucking esoteric shit for y'all. Like it's deep. It's deep because it's a lot of the shit. Mind you, I wrote this about, man, over 7 years ago. And some of the shit that's in this book has actually manifested government-wise and political-wise. So, Lotus, you can inbox me. And what I'm actually going to do is make sure to post the link to Peculiar Ways as well as Paranormal Storytellers. It's Paranormal Storytellers, y'all. Yeah, Miss Natifa, you got to get over that doubt. Me too. It applies to me too. I don't stand up, you know what I mean, over it. Like, for real, I doubt myself all the time. I always constantly tell y'all don't doubt yourself, but I'm not gonna lie, I doubt myself all the time. Not perfect. So, chapter 1. Thank you, Alexandria. Greatly appreciated. Subscribed to my YouTube. Ashe, Ashe. So, um, so, and the way I wrote it is like I actually wrote it kind of, I started off as like a script, if you will. So the way some of it's worded is kind of scripty. But so opening scene, Timmy is running up the hallway with his father, a very big, husky, tall man with a low cut hair, wearing a tank top with gray dress pants and slippers, chasing after him. He grabs him by the back of the neck and drags him up the hallway as Timmy screams and cries. The lights flicker in the hallway. He screams louder, they flicker brighter. As his father begins to slap him and say, "Shut up, you worthless bastard," and throws him in the room by his neck as he backhands him and locks him in the room, saying in a very cold and crude tone, "You will be in there for a long time, you worthless bastard," followed by an evil laugh. I told y'all it starts off dark. Sorry. I got y'all attention, right? Like I wrote this by hand, as you see. Like I wrote this like literally by hand. Like over a period of about 2 years. And for those of y'all that's not familiar with dyslexia, the way my dyslexia works is the words will move around. Because when you're dyslexic, you read from the middle out to left and right at the exact same time. Which they listed as a problem, but it's really a gift. To be able to read from the middle and out at the same time. So the first thing my mind does, it is adjust the word and puts a word there that looks the closest to what it is from the middle out. And sometimes it's not the right word. So as I'm writing, the words will actually shift around. So I have to take my time and slow down to make sure, okay, I'm writing it right and reading it right. You feel me? So to write over 800-page novel is a blessing. It's a blessing because it wasn't easy to be dyslexic and write something like this. So, what y'all think about it so far? I'm waiting. What y'all think about it so far? I got your attention already? Again, for those of y'all just joining, I'm actually reading out of my novel for y'all, Peculiar Ways. So, welcome to the world of Peculiar Ways. All right, it's a sci-fi novel. I'm warning y'all, like y'all about to be stuck right now. Y'all gonna be like, you're gonna do another video to finish that book? So, up next we have Donovan. All right, this is That's Timmy, the one y'all seen crying, and that's Donovan right here. So that's Donovan that we introducing y'all to right now. All right. So Donovan is in his room. He's looking at himself in the mirror and goes into his fantasy world. As he stares in the mirror, it blurs out. You hear over a loudspeaker, Paging Dr. Trott, please report to the OR. As he goes deeply into his fantasy, you can see a hospital washroom. He's washing his hands, preparing for surgery. The whole hospital staff is his age, which are children. They're rushing around, preparing the patient for surgery. Scalpel, please, he says, as he thanks the anesthesiologist. What do we have here? The nurse says he was run over by a unicorn, unicorn, unicorn. As he fades back to his reality, his little sister is prancing around him, saying in a very irritating voice, unicorn, unicorn. He says, get out of here, you stupid little twerp. She sticks out her tongue, grunts at him, and stomps out of the room. He says, and I'm not a jerk. She turns around and looks at him with a puzzled look as he slams the door in her face. So up next, we will introduce you to Angela in the world of Peculiar Ways. So, that's Angela, all right? So, Angela's drawing a picture of a stormy ocean with a great big wave overtaking the oil rig, with lightning and heavy rain. She puts the picture to the side, hearing someone coming up the hall, thinking it might be her older brother who always teases her about her peculiar, yet even sometimes morbid pictures. As she sees no one coming up the hallway, she gets out another unfinished drawing. Very artistic, yet morbid. It shows a man standing over a horse with a gun, with smoke coming out of the gun and blood around the horse's head. It's quite obvious that the horse has a broken leg. As she sets down the picture, she jumps and screams as she hears a gunshot. She looks out of the window to see their neighbor standing over his horse with a shotgun. As he kneels down and closes the horse's eyes and pets him gently and says, I'm sorry, old fella, you did good. She then balls up the paper, throws it away, and says, no freaking way. Y'all ready to get back to Timmy? If y'all ready to get back to Timmy, hit me with a hashtag Timmy. Let's get it. I know y'all want to know what happens with Timmy, huh? With his trifling ass daddy. Ooh, his daddy about to get the business. Don't worry, I won't spoil alert y'all. But I will tell you his daddy about to get the business. Yesenia said she likes Angela. We got a hashtag Timmy in the building. So Timmy's in the corner crying with his legs against his chest and his head on his knees and his arms around his legs, saying, why does he hate me? Over and over and over again. He reaches under his mattress and gets out an old stale piece of bread. He hid it and he starts to eat it, still sniffling and wiping his tears. He then hears a car driving up the driveway and soon following a knock at the door. It's a sheriff serving an eviction notice. He knows this can be his only chance to escape his evil father, so he starts to scream as loud as he can, but it's an old house with thick walls and his cries go unanswered. As the sheriff drives away, but one person did hear him. So, his evil father, who rushed in the room, how dare you, you little bastard? He begins to slap him around the room. Timmy screams in anger, hurt, pain as he darts out of the room toward the front door. His father again grabs him. He lets out a blood-curdling scream. The light by his father's face explodes as shards of glass go into his father's eyes. He screams and lets Timmy go. Timmy runs out of the front door to the neighbor's house, banging and screaming. She opens the door. to see Timmy bruised and beaten very badly, bleeding. She calls the police. They come along with the ambulance as they arrest his dad. With his eyes bandaged, he yells, "I should have killed you, you worthless bastard." The police pokes him very aggressively with his baton and says, "You'll never see him again. You don't deserve a child." As they take Timmy to the ambulance, the lights and the sirens go haywire as he cries in fear of his father. His father hears his cries and says, "I will be back." As they take him away, handcuffed to a gurney with bloody bandages over his eyes. The police says, "That's enough, asshole," and pokes him again aggressively with his baton. As the ambulance takes care of Timmy, he's very jumpy and does not trust him. He reassures him that it's okay. He gently strokes his curly hair. The light and sirens instantly stop. Timmy plants his face in the paramedic's chest and sobs. The paramedic begins to speak in anger. How can someone do this to their child? They take him to the hospital. As they take him, he holds the paramedic's hand tightly without words, saying, "Please don't leave me." Where's my lighter? All right. He again strokes his head, assuring him that the nurses and doctors will take good care of him. As he writes down his cell phone number, he lets Timmy know, "It's okay, buddy. Call me anytime." Timmy gives a slight but painful smirk as he lightens up the hold on his hand. He looks and says, "I wish you were my dad." The paramedic fights back tears as he rushes out of the room. Do I got y'all yet? So I'm actually reading out of my novel that I wrote, Miss Trinice. That's what I'm reading right now. So do I got y'all so far? How y'all liking it? Timmy fucked him up, huh? Put that glass in his eyes. More than glasses, baby. Got that ass. Read, or we gonna fight? We gonna fight, Miss Mooney? So do I got y'all so far? How y'all like it so far? Did I reel y'all on in to the novel Peculiar Ways, a sci-fi novel? We gonna do some more reading. I just want to know how y'all like it. Yeah, my pops too. It was like Timmy's dad. So he fights back tears and rushes out of the room. Timmy turns on his side as he sobs quietly. He feels a gentle stroke on his back. It's the nurse. Timmy glances over his shoulder at her and turns back to his side. She says, "Hey, sweetie, would you like something to eat?" He nods his head. He shakes his head as she checks his vitals. A doctor comes in. She says, "Timmy, this is Dr. Trott." Y'all paying attention? Dr. Trott. He's going to check you and make sure that you're okay. He looks at him with fear in his eyes as the nurse reassures him that they're there to help him. The doctor kneels down beside him face to face and says, "You know, I have a son that's about your age." Timmy looks up at him and says, "I've never met anyone my age. My papa never lets me outside." The doctor looked very compassionately at him and says, "Do you like video games?" Timmy says, "I don't know." The doctor says, "Well, we have some here. Would you like to try to play one?" He looks at him and shakes his head. Yeah. Nods his head, yes. The doctor finishes checking him out. He says, "We have to do an x-ray to make sure that everything's okay." Timmy says, "What's a tex-ray?" The doctor says, "We take a picture of your bones." Timmy gives a slight smirk. "Will it hurt?" The doctor says, "No, not a bit." Timmy says, "Okay," reluctantly. As they take him up the hallway, to the to the X-ray room. He flashes back to his father dragging him up the hallway, and the lights in the hallway start to flicker. Just then, he hears, "Hey, little guy." He looks up to see the paramedic coming towards him with a sucker. He smiles and takes it reluctantly. "What's this?" he says. He looks at him with pity as well as disbelief that a child his age does not know what a sucker is. They explain it's candy. He says, "Me papa said little bastards don't deserve candy." The nurse says, "Well, that means you get all the candy that you want? That you get all the candy you want. You're a good little boy, not that mean old word that your dad calls you. So that means that your dad doesn't get any candy." Timmy starts to smile real big. Where's my thing on lighter? Okay. All right, so the nurse, "Well, that means that you get all the candy you want, and you're a good little boy, not that mean old word that your father called you, and your dad doesn't get any candy." Timmy starts to smile real big and says, "So he's the bastard?" I'll give y'all a minute to laugh. All right, so, all right. The nurse fights off a smile and says, "We shouldn't say that, okay?" He smiles as he sucks his sucker. Okay. So Donovan is back in his fantasy world. The nurse continues, "He was ran over by a truck." "What are his vitals?" Donovan says. "They're stable," says the nurse. He put the scalpel against the skin as he starts the incision. A buzzer goes off as he snaps back into reality. He's playing Operation. He puts it down in frustration. "Man, I can't wait to grow up and help people like my dad." All right. So he hears his little sister at the door. "Talking to yourself again. Ha ha ha, weirdo Donovan." Donovan angrily. "You're a weirdo, you little nerd. You're the one who wears glasses," as she skips down the hallway chanting in a smart tone. "Nerd boy, nerd boy." He throws a stuffed animal at her head and hits her in the back of her head as she goes down the stairs. His mom says, "You two cut it out," as she's thinking about what to make for dinner. Donovan says, "Go with the pot roast." She says, "What?" with a puzzled look on her face. "How'd you know?" "Just a guess," as Donovan shuffles to the living room and turns on the TV. So how y'all like it so far? Miss Yesenia said, "Wait, what?" So wait, what? On which one? Wait, what? For Miss Yesenia. I love you too, Miss Trinice. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean, Miss Yesenia, because you said, "Wait, what?" Yeah, because it's going back and forth between the characters. So we're going back to Angela, y'all. All right, we're going back to Angela. So this is chapter 3. It's called Angela's Secret. So a ship is on the ocean with big waves, lightning, and heavy rain. The captain starts saying "Mayday, Mayday" as the crew rushes to secure the deck. A big bright bolt of lightning strikes the main deck. It bursts into flames. Angela is finishing up her drawing. She's adding flames to the boat. Um, so it goes back to the ship and the flames fizzle out. Angela, she sets down the picture and heads outside. She walks like a rhino with a very mean streak. She sees some kids playing jump rope. She walks up, takes the rope as they look at her in fear. She jumps at them. What you gonna do about it? As they back up in fear, she jump ropes back to her house. She sees another kid bouncing a ball. Can I see that? She asks. He says, you'll keep it. She says, I promise, I'll give it back. Very sincerely. He gives it to her, reluctantly. She pulls out a pocket knife and pokes a hole in it. She throws it and hits him in the face with it. See, I told you I'd give it back. She gives an evil little smirk and walks away. He runs home crying. She then sees a little girl about 4 to 5 years old playing with a doll. She says, did you know your doll can fly? The little girl says, no she can't. She says, let me see her. I'll show you. The little girl gives the doll with a big smile, wanting to see her precious doll fly. Angela flings it on the roof and says, see, I told you. The little girl cries miserably and goes in the house. Angela goes back to jumping rope, laughing a mean, obnoxious laugh. She just then feels a rock hit her in the middle of her back. It's her older brother. He's twice as rude as her, only he's like a pissed off elephant on a rampage at a little people's convention. You see him coming, you better hope he didn't see you first. As he walks past Angela, he grabs her hair and jerks her head back and says, hey, fat ass. She jerks away from him and says, look who's talking, and punches him in his shoulder with all of her might. He snatches the jump rope from her and starts hitting her with it as he says, mush, gorda, mush. She snatches it back and starts to swing it around her head like a helicopter. He says, okay, fat ass. As she goes to the house, she fixes her ponytail and follows behind him. As she yells, you asshole. Her mom comes out the room. Shut the hell up. You guys, I'm trying to sleep. As she slams her door. Angela goes to the refrigerator. There's some water, 1 egg, and some spoiled vegetables. She slams the fridge and storms outside. Her brother says, where are you going, fat ass? She lets out a pissed off sigh as she ignores him. He says, whatever, gorda. She walks out and slams the door. Chapter 4. The Candy Stick Man. How y'all liking it so far? Oh, no, it's okay, Miss Kimberly. We're actually reading out of my novel right now, Peculiar Ways. And I'm definitely going to repost the video for y'all as well. Just making sure you don't have any questions in between here. So, Chapter 4. The Candy Stick Man. Ashe to Ali. Peace and blessings. We're actually reading out of my novel right now, if y'all wondering what we are doing. So we're on Chapter 4, and it's Chapter 4, The Candy Stick Man. So the doctor's holding up x-rays, talking to the nurse. Well, I see a hairline fracture on his floating rib. It should heal pretty quick since he's still growing. Other than that, it's just bruises and abrasions. Has the social worker came yet? Not yet. She's on her way. Timmy's playing the racing game. So the scene goes to Timmy now. So he's playing a racing game, gesturing as if he's driving, with an ear-to-ear smile. He hears, hello, Timmy. He pauses the game. Who are you? My name is Miss Wallace. How are you doing, young man? He murmurs, okay, I guess, as the nurse comes in behind her with a tray of food. Timmy smiles big and embarrassed. Hi, Nurse Pam, with the tone as if he has a crush on her. She says, I see you've met Miss Wallace. He puts his head down in a shy manner as he reaches for the orange jello, tapping it gently like a drum with his spoon. Miss Wallace, I have a couple of questions. Is it okay? With his head still down, he hunches his shoulders. I guess, as he drags out the answer. Miss Wallace, where's your mom, Timmy? Papa cut her. in my country. She want to leave him, so he cut her. She bleed bad. Um, she say she love me. She not wake up. I try. So remember, he's Aboriginal, so his father had him like enclosed, so that's why he doesn't speak properly right now. But he does later on, of course, in the book. So she no get up. Then we try to. Then we move here to America. Papa say he get a lot of money here, but he no find work. My mom no here, so he hit me. So as you see here, basically, long story short, his pops killed his moms while they was still in the their country. So what about your other family? They still in my country. They want to come here, but my papa no money for they. Please, no let my papa get me. He say he gonna come back to kill me. Miss Wallace, it's okay, baby. We promise we won't hurt you that he won't hurt you anymore. He sets down his jello and gives her a big hug. Thank you for saving my life, Miss Wallace. Thank you. She gives a deep, jolly laugh and says, "It's okay, little buddy. You're safe now." He continues to hold her. Me papa never hugged me. Me mama always hugged me, me papa says. Boys don't need that. They be wimps. Miss Wallace, everybody needs a hug. As she holds him even closer. I have a few more questions, sweetheart. Do you get more, Timmy, do I get more hugs if I answer them? Miss Wallace gives another joyous laugh with a compassionate look on her face. Sure, I'll give you all the hugs you want. He gestures her to come closer, as if to tell her a secret. He whispers in her ear, "Can I have another candy stick?" She looks at Nurse Pam with a puzzled look. Miss Wallace, Nurse Pam, says in a low voice, "It's a sucker." "Oh," says Miss Wallace. Sure. Nurse Pam leaves the room to get him another sucker. As Miss Wallace does, Miss Wallace, does your dad always hit you, sweetie? Timmy, yes, every day. Even when I baby, he beat me bad. That's why my mom tried to leave him. How would you like to have another family? Timmy, they give hugs like you, Miss Wallace? I'm sure they would love to give you hugs. They know lock me up with no food. Miss Wallace, oh my God. As she gains her composure. Your dad locked you up in a room? Timmy, yes. In a shy tone. As he leans in and whispers, I count the sun. Miss Wallace say, honey, very compassionately, what do you mean? It comes and go 5 times for Papa let me out. Then he put me right back. If he gets mad at me one time, the sun come and go 7 times till he let me out. Tears come to her eyes as she holds him close to her, fighting back tears in a choked up voice. She says, it will never happen again, sweetie, I promise. Timmy say, you give nice hug. I love you, Miss Wallace. You like me, mama. As tears flow down her face, Timmy wipes them away with both of his hands on both sides of her cheeks. Why you cry, Miss Wallace? I happy now. That makes 2 of us, sweetie. That makes 2 of us. As she holds him close with her cheek against the top of his head. Just then, Nurse Pam comes in with a sucker. Timmy smiles big. Candy stick, me candy stick. Nurse Pam, you have to finish your food before you eat it, Timmy. Okay, I finish. As Miss Wallace gestures Nurse Pam to come out of Timmy's room. Miss Wallace, well, he's definitely going to need counseling. That's terrible, and I've had some terrible cases, but this is unbelievable. As her hands tremble frivolously, the nurse gently rubs her shoulders. Just then, Dr. Trot comes up to them. Hey, Miss Wallace, you okay? She says yes in a choked up voice. Miss Wallace, I've never been a violent person, but I love to take a Ken Griffey slugger to that evil man's head. Dr. Trot, I have a couple of surgical tools that I like to use on him with no anesthesia. As Miss Wallace smirks, they let out a school kid giggle. Miss Wallace, I'm going to find a good family. You guys take good care of that baby. I will do. As he pats her on the shoulder. I got y'all yet? I tried to warn y'all. It's a deep ass book. Y'all can picture it, huh? Y'all can see it, right? Ashe to Burley. We are actually reading out of my novel for those of y'all just stepping in, all right? Again, we are reading out of my novel for those of y'all just stepping in. Y'all want a couple more chapters? If y'all want a couple more chapters, hit me with a keep going. Again, if y'all want a couple more chapters, hit me with a keep going. Again, if y'all want me to hit y'all with a couple more chapters, hit me with a keep going. How y'all like it so far? So we're going to read 2 more chapters, and then I'm going to get up off of here, because I know Miss Yesenia is waiting, and then I also have a reading with... It was somebody else that asked about a read. Asha. So, Donovan's mom calls him and his sister for dinner. Come eat, you little knuckleheads. Donovan shuffles to the kitchen as his sister sticks her tongue out at him with her thumbs in her ears as she wiggles her 4 fingers like moose antlers. He swells up his cheeks and makes a pig nose at her, sticking his tongue out, making a fort sound as he puts his arm around her lovingly, and they go to the table. Mom, can I ask you a question? Donovan says. About, as she drags out the answer. Do you believe in psychics? His mom, you mean like Madame Cleo? Call me now. Donovan, Mom, in a sincere tone. No, baby, I think it's a bunch of baloney. He puts his head down as he fiddles with his green beans, rolling one back and forth with his fork. Why, baby? I don't know, just wondering as he starts to cut his pot roast. He goes back into his fantasy land and continues the incision. We have internal bleeding. Give me the clip as he as he begins to work on the patient to close the artery. Nurse, Dr. Trot, his blood pressure is dropping. Got it. Good. He's stabilizing. They begin to stitch him back up as the patient opens his eyes and says, finish your vegetables, young man. He snaps back into reality with his mom looking at him very seriously. I said finish your vegetables. He fiddles with them in a little bit more reluctantly, takes another bite with an irritated gasp and a look like he smells something rotten. His mom says, the sooner you finish, the sooner you get your dessert. His little sister says, oh, dessert, as he takes a big bite with a face like he wants to gag and throw up. His mom says, slow down, boy, for you choke. He says with a mouthful of green beans, you said eat my vegetables. His mom looks at him like he has 4 heads and all of them are stupid. What? As a green bean falls out of his mouth back into his plate. Donovan, what? In a sarcastic manner. Boy, what am I going to do with you? Give me some dessert. They both start to laugh. Finish your food. I'm trying. She shakes her head in a slightly serious manner. As the kids finish their food, they finish and Donovan washes the plates. As their mom gets them some vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup, Donovan sits back at the table and lets out a burp that can blow over a palm tree. His mom gives him a look that could kill. What? Just making room for this lovely ice cream that my beautiful mom lovingly prepared. She lightens up her look to slightly upset, yet I'm not in the mood, as his sister giggles. So, Angela's in a small convenience store peeking around the corner at the clerk as he prices some items. She starts to stuff her pockets with any food that fits as she takes out the papers that she had stuffed in them. She rushes out while he's not looking, still pricing the items. He looks up just to catch her leaving. He shakes his head as he continues to price the items with a look like he knows but really doesn't care. She goes home and goes to her room to hide her goodies. As she comes out, her brother says, "What you doing, Gorda?" She quickly says nothing as if to rush him off. He says, "Whatever," in a sarcastic manner and slaps her in the back of her head. As she passes him, she kicks him and they start to wrestle. He body slams her and a candy bar falls out of her pocket. "So, that's what you were doing," as he picks it up. "Give it back," she says, as she charges at him, reaching for it. He holds it over her head. Being that he's 6'2" and she's 5'9", she couldn't reach it. She kicks him in his shin as hard as she can, as she as as he says, "You stupid fat ass," and pushes her over and limps out of the house. She goes back to her room and gets another candy bar. As she pulls out the drawing out of the trash with the horse, still amazed that it actually happened, she lays it on her nightstand and tries to smooth it out with her hand. She again looks at the window out the window. There's dry blood where the horse was. She gets a mischievous little smile on her face and starts to draw another picture. So the last chapter that I'm gonna read for y'all is gonna be chapter 6. And it's gonna be The Bastard's Back. That's what that one's titled. Alright? So chapter 6, The Bastard's Back. Timmy's playing the game. A doctor comes in with a surgical mask, standing there, just staring at him. He's too into the game to pay attention. He then hears a very familiar voice. "I told you I'll be back, you little bastard." Timmy gasps in horror as his father pulls down a surgical mask off of his face with a wicked grin on his face. I'm gonna set for a minute. Let it marinate with y'all. It's getting good, huh? I'm gonna start reading this for y'all too, though. Like at least one or two chapters here and there during my live videos, cause y'all seem to be liking it. It's getting intense, huh? Timmy yells, "Help! Please help!" as he hears a soft voice. "Wake up, sweetie. It's just a bad dream." He wakes up shaking in terror, holding her tight as he starts to whimper. "Please, Nurse Pam, don't let him get me. Please." She holds him tight. Y'all thought his daddy was about to get him, huh? As she sets she sets on his bed next to him. "Nurse Pam, yes, sweetie? Can you be my mom? You take me for your family?" "I'll see what I can do, sweetie." As he looks at her intently, she gently kisses his forehead. With such compassion in her eyes, she could heal a nation. He continues to sniffle and hold her hand tightly as she gently rubs his forearm, reassuring him it is only a dream, sweetie. He won't be back, ever. He starts to relax a bit. "You have more candy sticks, Miss Pam?" "They make me feel better." "Sure, sweetie. but you have to eat breakfast first. Okay, he says, I'll eat anything for a candy stick with a big smile. You ever had French toast, sweetie? Me never been to France. As the nurse lets out a giggle. Well, I think you'll like it. Do you? He asked. Do you? Timmy asked. Yes, it's yummy, especially when you eat it with syrup. She brings in a tray with a banana, French toast, orange juice, and milk. He eats like a prisoner at chow time, not missing a beat. Scarfing it down. Slow down, sweetie. It's not going anywhere. Yes, it is, Nurse Pam, in me stomach. She starts to laugh hysterically. He smiles a big goofy smile as he drinks the last of the orange juice. Can me have that candy stick now? Sure, sweetie, as she pulls out a purple sucker. He snatches off the wrapper and puts it in his mouth, still having a goofy little smile. She stares at him like a proud parent would stare at their child. Just then another nurse brings a little girl in to be in the bed next to him. He smiles at her, very happy to see someone his age. The little girl looks at him as if to say, "What are you looking at?" but hesitantly waves at him. He happily waves back. Nurse Pam says, "This is Sarah. She'll be sharing a room with you." "Sarah, this is Timmy." He relaxes a bit. "Hi, Timmy." Timmy asks her, "Her papa hurt her too?" "No," Nurse Pam replies. "She got hit by a car." "She's still alive?" Timmy says. "She must be like a superhero or something." Sarah laughs and says, "Nope, I'm just a regular kid. I just got lucky. That's all." "Can Sarah play the game with me?" Timmy asks. "Sure, if she wants to." "How about that, Sarah?" She gladly says, "Yes," with a big smile, as Nurse Pam pushes her in a wheelchair and rolls her close to Timmy. He looks at her with a smile. "Are you me friend?" She says yes. He says, "Me never have a friend." She puts out her hand to gesture a handshake. He looks down at her and holds his hand out, like her, but not shaking her hand, not knowing what to do. She shakes his hand, and he gladly obliges and starts shaking her hand back, not letting go, continuing to shake her hand. She gives a smile like, "Okay," and lets his hand go, as he smiles with his sucker hanging out of his mouth, out of his left cheek. She says, "Where'd you get your sucker?" He says, "Nurse Pam, give me candy stick." As Nurse Pam says, "Would you like one?" She smiles real big. Nurse Pam says, "I take that as a yes," as she reaches in her pocket and gives her a green sucker. They both suck their suckers, and they laugh and play the game. And I'll read more for y'all later, I promise. So, the next chapter will be chapter 7. So, I'll make sure to read that for y'all. Mark the page with some ancestor money for y'all. And when I go live again, we're going to start from chapter 7 and read a few more chapters. So, let me know what y'all think about that. How y'all like the book? Let me know what y'all think. 13 in the building. So, who's your favorite character so far, y'all? Who is your favorite character so far? Who is your favorite character so far? Mine is Mary J. Do you love me, Mary J? And would y'all like me to read more chapters in future live videos? Yeah, Timmy's my guy. I love Timmy. Ooh, wait till he comes into his powers and starts learning how to control them. Yeah, because they all eventually learn how to control their powers, like on an esoteric level. So, I know y'all can't wait. So with Angela, you gonna learn a little bit more about her. I almost did a spoiler alert, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Cause yeah, it's something that's gonna come to light a little bit later on with Angela about her gift. All right, Miss Moni, I'll stop telling the book. So I'm gonna give y'all a second to see if y'all have any questions. And if not, I'm going to get to this reading. And Miss Yesenia, if you're still here, let me know. So we going to handle that. I say to Vicky. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be covering the chapters for y'all for my lives. Cause I'm getting a pretty good response with the book, so we'll be reading over the chapters. Can y'all actually like picture the characters and picture everything that's going on? That's what I really aim for. I want y'all to be able to like see it in your mind's eye. Good night, love, light, peace, and darkness, Miss Mooney. So, again, if y'all have any questions, I know it's late as fuck. All right, so any questions, y'all? I'm just trying to give y'all a minute to see if y'all got any questions. Miss Trini says story time will be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, cause I'm like I've been sitting on this book like, and it's time. It's time. It's time. I already know. So Miss Yesenia, let me know if you're still here. Miss Asha, let me know if you're still here. Y'all can go on and inbox me if y'all want to see about a personal reading. Inbox me for the spiritual baths. My readings actually start off at $10 for a 5-card pull, so they're very reasonable. All right. You want to see about a Baron reading where I'm out with Baron somebody? Inbox me. And the prices will be going up real soon on the Baron Samedi readings. They'll be going up drastically because that's a heavy ass mount and it takes a lot of energy. So y'all might as well take advantage while you can. So Miss Vicky is actually my personal novel that I wrote by hand that I was reading out of. It's called Peculiar Ways, a sci-fi novel. So this is what I was actually reading out of. And what we're gonna be doing is on my lives, I'm gonna start reading like about 3 or 4 chapters, at the end of each live. And those of y'all that got to witness it, let me know what y'all think. Like, give me your honest opinion. Like, did it catch you? Like, you feel like you want to continue now? You're like, ooh, I want to see what's going on with Timmy and Donovan and Angela. And I gave y'all a warning, like that trigger warning, because it is very dark. It starts off very dark. But I know y'all was happy as fuck when them fucking, damn, y'all see that? Did y'all see that shit? That shit stayed lit. Y'all seen it, right? So I know y'all loved it when those shards of glass exploded in his dad's eyes, right? That was like the best part, right? So imagine this. Timmy about to start being able to control his powers. Like have control over his powers. Um, Angela's gonna realize like where her powers stem from. Donovan's gonna realize where his powers stem from. Um, there's also another family member of Donovan's that has a very similar gift. So I'm giving y'all a little bit of, you know how they do when you watch a little series and they give you what's to come. So that's what's to come. Um, Angela and where her gift stem from. Donovan, where his gift stems from. Also, like I said, there's a family member of Donovan's that has the same gift as Donovan. I'm not gonna reveal who that is, but y'all gotta wait to see who that is. Um, you're gonna see Angela's very beautiful side that she has, and why she's has that bully energy like she does. Because she's actually a very beautiful soul, just misguided. Um, somebody's gonna die that we've talked about already. I'm not gonna tell you who, but yeah, somebody's gonna die. Done, die, oft. And I want y'all to guess who you think it is that's gonna die out of all people we named. So we have Angela, we have Donovan, we have Timmy, we have Jose, which is Angela's brother. We have Rebecca, which is Donovan's sister. We have Regina, which is which is Donovan's mom. So out of those people I just named, somebody's gonna die. I just want to know who y'all think it is. So yeah, it's a pretty dope book. It is, and I hope y'all ready. It's gonna go into details about hidden underground tunnels and what those underground tunnels have in them. And this actually is something that came to me on the astral plane. This book. So speaking of other worlds, it's sci-fi, but it's a lot of shit there that's very real. Very real. So who do y'all vibe with most out of the characters? Ms. Mooney said, I know who it is. Surprise, I'm back. I'm waiting. Who do y'all think it is that's gonna die? Nobody's responded yet. But yeah, somebody's gonna die. Within the next few chapters that I read. Lotus said the daddy. Anybody else? Y'all want to take a wild guess? I'm not gonna let you know who it is, but y'all can just throw the guesses out there if y'all want. I'll give you another hint. Angela has something to do with it. So again, let me know who your favorite character is so far. We got one Timmy. Miss Mooney said, I'm not spoiling it, but I know who it is. Yeah, because Miss Mooney like 30 chapters in. Yep, we got another Timmy. I love Timmy. He's so funny. He love his candy sticks. Well, then that means he's a bastard. Yeah, I can't wait till y'all see when Timmy come into his power, boy, and start controlling his power. It's a wrap. And need not fret, his dad's really gonna get his real good. His dad's gonna get his super good. Does anybody have any questions? If not, I'm about to go on and call it a night. Your boy is tired. And I gotta get to this reading and this walkthrough with Miss Yesenia. And again, I'm gonna check my inboxes and set up some readings for those of y'all that want a reading. Again, my readings start off at $10. So spiritual baths, hit me up. Alright. So I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Light and darkness. Keep that balance, alright?